just make sure the audio works fine before we start, even though it usually always is fine, but I don't ever trust... Okay, Twitch just shot itself for a second. Show me that I'm live. There we go. Fine before we start, even though it usually always is fine, but I don't ever trust... Okay, Twitch just... I think I hear another set of cicadas. Show me that I'm live. There we go. Fine before we start, even though... Okay. Well, the audio does work. I'm pretty sure I knew that it was fine because I heard the second set of cicadas, so it's like, whatever. Or the Higurashi, I guess. Because fucking hell, man. Alright, lit. More fucking Higurashi, even though it's been almost an entire year since I last streamed Higurashi. I'm not gonna remember anything that happens, which will be funny. We apparently ended on chapter 3. So, well, actually, yeah, we're on chapter 4 now. Ended chapter 3. So, that'll be absolutely fun to deal with, for sure, for sure. Just gotta put my Discord thing as I'm not online, because I'm not online. I'm live. There's a difference. Major difference between all of that. Anyway. Load? Yeah, I think I should. And I think I already viewed all the tips before I closed it last time, so we'll just continue.
Konnichiwa!
Oh boy. I already get the feeling that something will happen. I was gonna say, I am clicking.
おお、ミオンさんじゃないですか。こんにちは。あれ？それは差し入れですか？ありがたいな。さすがは我がチームのマネージャー。
Coach, I missed you.
まあ、気が向いたからです。別に監督に差し入れたくて買ってきたわけじゃないので、あと、さりげなく人を勝手にマネージャーに組み込まないように。
ミオンがマネージャーだったらいろいろ心強いと思うけどね。
Right. It's all coming forth. Yep. Every my memories of what we did in chapter 5 before when I first streamed this, it's all coming back now.
やってよ、ミオン。
Because no.
マネージャー。
Because no. Satoshi-kun smiled at me in a carefree manner. What a fucking bitch. I didn't want to become their manager. It would just be tiresome. I've been coming every week though, so I'm a... That's a word that exists. You're a manager, practically.
まあ、本当に気が向いたらその時はやりますんで。で、どうです？サトシ君の打率はどんな感じです？
ええ、頑張ってますよ。彼の打率ですか？そうですね。セブンスマートでおせんべいの袋をどれでも3つ買うとですね。
Damn, bud.
それってつまり3割ってことですか？へえ、サトシ君って結構な高打率打者じゃないの。
Jesus.
打率は数字じゃないよ、ミオン。
It's not just about the number.
ここ一番で打てなきゃ意味はないんだからさ。
サトシ君は自分で自分の弱点をよく分かっているようですね。そこまで分かっているなら、あとは練習あるのみですよ。
I don't like that the music is going away. Oh no, it's just replaying. You could tell that I'm paranoid when it comes to fucking Higurashi. Are you fucking... It's not even 10 minutes and I already gotta drink a fucking drink. What is this bullshit? Are you kidding me, Don't care, drink... What the fuck? Don't care, just drink plus playing. Oh god. Well, coach signaled to the pitcher, who then threw the ball, and then somebody died. I gotta make sure you take care of yourself. I'll live. I'll be fine. You don't gotta worry about me. Come on. Satoshi-kun looked calm, following the ball with his eyes, and then he swung, and let me guess he missed. Now I gotta stretch. What the? Come on. This is what I get. This is what I get for not only not streaming often, but also just not fucking streaming Higurashi. Oh my god. And now I gotta suffer. What is this form of suffering? What is this? What is this? What did I do? What did I do? I'm gonna be 200% water. Oh my god. If my cousin still fucking went on Twitch, she would have fucking already waterboarded me. The water is getting in my head already. The ball flew between the first and second bases and landed in the distance. So did Satoshi actually hit it for once?
Ooh!
Oh no, space just hides it? Fuck me, bro.
やったー！パチパチパチパチパチ！
I clapped and Satoshi-kun blushed in response. He positioned his helmet to hide his face. I can't focus with the hydration and stretches. I'm already bad at reading as is. English is my native language, but it is not my professional language. Calm down, fuck.
フリーバッティングや試合が平坦な時はかなり落ち着いたいいバッティングを見せてくれるんですけどね。
Blooshed. Blooshed. Yeah, me when women. Bloosh. Bloosh when women. Rie smiled compassionately. It seemed that Satoshi-kun really couldn't perform well when it counted. Damn. Sounded like my newer co-workers before I quit my job in 2022. Anyway, while he was usually good, when everybody expected him to perform well, he just fucking couldn't. I didn't think it was because of nervousness. He just could not do it. Sounds like another protagonist of the series that I know. I think it's a perfect fit for Satoshi-kun's character. He seems calm at first glance, but he's actually slow. In what regard, Shion? In what regard, bud?
スコアボードとかそういう数字上ではかなりの高アベレージヒッターなのにね。
Numerically speaking.
本番に弱いってのは致命的かも。そんなことだからこないだの浮田ジャガーとの試合でもここ一番で凡退するんですよ。
うるさいな。気にしてるんだから黙っててくれよ。
Satoshi is literally just Keiichi, but without the high amounts of energy that Keiichi has. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about that.
あそこで打てればかなり美味しい見せ場だったんですけどね。
He would have been a hero.
残念です。
Please, coach. He's already down. He's already down, coach. A hit could have put the offense into the lead, or at the very least given them an extension. It was when Satoshi-kun came up to bat and failed again. Irie wanted him to live up to everybody's expectations, but statistically, that was likely not going to happen. Yet Irie insisted on giving him a chance, in spite of all the fact that all the team members had suggested a pitch hitter.
あーもうあそこで打てれば完璧なのにな。どうしてダメなんですか？
Why didn't you?
どうしてああいう時に打てないんですか？
Why can't you do good? Why can't you just fucking focus? What is wrong with you? Why are you damaged?
仕方ないよ。
There was nothing you could do? Are we sure it's not nervousness? What is it?
僕がああいう時弱いの本当だし、僕だって代打を出してくれた方が 試合に勝てるかなって思った
Nah,
し。
nah.
試合に勝つかじゃなくてサトシ君が勝つかどうかが問題なんです。ああ、もうなんで当の本人にここまで闘争心がないのかな。
Yeah, be more like a certain brown hair kid that I know. His name is Keiichi Maibara.
普通は逆でしょ。代打に変えられそうなところをここは俺に打たせてくださいって食ってかかるとこでしょ。自分から代打を出してほしいなんて言い出すなんて、ああもうなんでここまで闘争心がないのかな。
Why are you so...
それは私も普段から
That's
言
what
ってる
I'm
んですけ
always
どね。
telling him. Coach, come on, bro. Give him a fucking
まあその辺
break.
がサトシ君のいいところではあるんです
Oh my
が
god.
ね。
I am so sorry, Satoshi. You don't deserve this. At least when this kind of shit happens to Keiichi, like, yeah, I still feel bad, but in some instances it's funny. But for you, it's just sad. It's just fucking sad, even if it's the truth.
普段は紳士でも試合には鬼になる。男にはそういう二面性があっても私はいいと思います。とにかくサトシ君には鬼がない。
Finally, we speak in my language. Yes, let Demon out. Let it out and throw the baseball bat. That wasn't a Yakuza 6 reference? No, of course it wasn't.
仮にもひなみ沢の人間なんだからたまにはご先祖の鬼の血を思い出してくださいよね。
Well, hold on. Why don't we slow down a bit on the history of Hinamizawa for 2 seconds?
聞いてます？
Hang on. No, I don't.
サトシ君？
聞いてるよ。よくわかんないけど。
わかんないけどってサトシ君の話をしてるんですよ。それを
And now he's up close and personal. Cute boys plus Shion equals, nope, you will not be composed. Satoshi-kun suddenly started stroking my head. He looked delighted, for some unknown reason. A blush immediately spread, oh, I'm sorry, a blush immediately spread across my face. A blush. I'm not gonna let that go. I will never let that go. You can't stop me now. That's how I'm gonna say blush from now on. Whenever I bring up blush, I'm gonna go blush. It's a blush. It sounds more like a disease of some kind. I didn't really know how to respond. You would think with the amount of times you've had your head pat so far, you would know how to.
ミオンは僕のためを思って言ってくれてるんだよね。ありがとう。僕は頑張る。
サトシ君、そういうことしてごまかさないでください。
ごまかしてなんかないよ。
I'm not.
嬉しいだけだよ。
Well, I mean, what can we say? I couldn't resist his hand. Maybe there would have been a better way to phrase that. I couldn't help mumbling like he does. Alright. Satoshi-kun ran back to the field, leaving me red as a beet.
頭撫でられるの弱いんですか？
Coach, not now.
撫でる人によります。監督が撫でてきたら関節決めますんで覚悟の方よろしくです。
If that were you. Oh my god.
もうずるいな。じゃあ全員集合。今日は出席もいいことですから人数を分けて紅白戦をやってみましょう。
The Hinamizawa fighters are sort of a lazy team. The members gather simply to enjoy playing baseball, and they don't fight for victory. The Okonomiya Titans use this field too, but they practice on a different day of the week. They always train hard using dumbbells and stuff. Our team split into 2 different groups and started a match, retaining their loose atmosphere.
じゃあ私は記録でもやるかな。監督、どっかに鉛筆ないですか？
いつもすみませんね。はい、これお願いしますね。
I took the pencil and the clipboard. I didn't know how to differentiate between recording hits and errors at first, but by now, I was used to it.
頑張ってサトシ君。あんまり応援するとまた打てなくなっちゃいますね。ほどほどに頑張
Just do okay then.
それはそれでひどいな。
Time passed by slowly that Sunday. Oh, I miss the wholesome interactions of Higurashi, and then I remember what type of visual novel series it is. And then I remember the pain and suffering. Huge white clouds appeared in the sky. They made me feel healthy. Humans are born to be active under the sun. Technically, yes, this is true. One of the parents was acting as umpire today. So Irie sat at the bench with me. He shouted words of encouragement to the kids while they ran into their positions. Any other baseball coach would constantly berate them, but he was much more generous, like a kindergarten teacher in a sense. He let the kids have fun while watching over them. To other baseball players, it might look naive.
それでもあの程度の練習量でみんなこれだけの動きができるんだから驚きですよね。
ひなみ沢の子はみんな普段から元気に遊び回ってますからね。運動量は町のことは比べ物にならないんですよ。
That makes sense.
変なフォームで固めてしまうより遊び感覚の方が伸びるんです。
Also true, I can attest to that.
おお、見事に沖宮タイタンズとは正反対の考え方ですね。あちらの監督と対立するのわかる気がします。
I can understand why their coach hates you.
タイタンズさんの考えも間違ってませんよ。試合は勝つためにするものですからね。勝利至上主義は決して間違いじゃないです。みんなで団結して共通の目標を目指すのはとても素敵なことだと思いますからね。まあうちはその目標がたまたま勝利じゃないってだけのことです。
Yeah, you're not wrong. The Hinamizawa Fighters and the Okonomiya Titans have been rivals for a long time. Both the teams shared the baseball field for one thing. And originally, there was only one team, but the people living in Hinamizawa left and made their own. Anyhow, we were rivals. The Okonomiya Titans were strictly about winning, and the Hinamizawa Fighters were just here to have fun. Surprisingly, our scores weren't that different, which meant our team had something that they didn't. Even though I couldn't put it into words, I knew what made that happen.
ほら、赤組さんも頑張ってください。2点差なんかひっくり返せちゃいますよ。白組も油断なくしっかり。
Oh my god, this is warming my heart, and it's gonna stomp on it in the next 2 minutes or so. Still, some parents would criticize our coach for being too lenient. I would have never been able to say that word years ago, shit. But still, others would strongly agree with them. Which side would I take? The latter? I couldn't really say for sure. The reason for this was that Irie had an obnoxious habit of Why is it when coach is involved, something weird has to be fucking said? I swear to fucking God, he cannot catch a break. You make Tomotsukei seem normal. In particular, he had a fascination with maids, but I should talk about that some other time. Yes, please don't mention it here and now. Let's talk about baseball instead. Satoshi-kun let the ball pass twice to see its trajectory, and then hit it on the third pitch and ran to first base.
サトシ君打った。落ち着いてればさすがですよね。
最初はちょっと素振りしただけですぐバテてたんですけどね。それを思えば本当に上達したものです。
Well, that's good. He'll need the energy to run away when everyone in Hinamizawa wants him dead.
サトシ君って文系って感じの人ですよね。よくその彼が野球をやろうなんて思ったものですね。
All the other kids who joined the baseball team loved baseball. They'd go out to play in the fields outside of practice. That's why they all had an aptitude for it. They had an aptitude for it. What the fuck? Shiva, calm down. But Sis never said that Satoshi-kun exercises in school or anywhere else. He only really likes to read. So that's why I don't really understand why he started playing with this team to begin with. I feel like there's a deep meaning for it, and I have some theories, but I'll shut up about it for now.
それはですね、私がサトシ君をこ
Or
の
I'll
チ
just
ームに
get
誘
the
ったからなん
fucking...
です。
I'll just get the answer in the next fucking piece of dialogue.
へえ、監督が自らスカウトしたんですか？サトシ君に何かすごい素質があるのを見抜いて。
あ、すみません。麦茶を一杯もらってもいいですか？
That I don't like how you didn't answer my question.
あ、どうも。
Irie asked for tea in a suspicious manner. While he constantly joked around, I knew that he was actually a very mature person. I assumed he was trying to just evade my question.
何か訳ありなんですか？
Irie pretended that he didn't hear me, but I pressed on to him in response, he shrugged and began answering the question.
園崎さんなら、あるいは想像がつくんじゃないかと。
Okay, the music shut off. Let's go. We're in the Higurashi stretch. Alright, this is where everything just starts to go wherever the hell it feels like it wants to. What would be Mion Sonozaki's guess? I quickly searched through the data I had on Satoshi-kun. I came up with Satoshi-kun's family circumstances. He lost his parents in an accident about a year ago. Since then, he's been having a tough time at his uncle's home. Oh, that's right. Yep, that's coming back to me.
じゃあ監督はサトシ君の鬱憤とかそういうのを解消させてあげようと思ってこのチームに。
スポーツはいいですよ。程よく体を動かして汗をかくことはストレスの発散になります。
True.
また熱中することによってわずかな間でも家庭のことを忘れられるならそれは十分な気分転換になりますしね。
Mm-hmm.
ほらサトシ君ってぼんやりしてるというかのほほんとしてるというかそういうところあるじゃないですか。やっぱり相当ストレスあるんですか？
I knew Satoshi-kun must be suffering even though he didn't look like he was. But Mion Zonozaki never pays attention to things like that, so I had to act like she does.
おじさんに引き取られて少ししてからサトシ君がだいぶ体調を崩しましてね。いろんな症状を訴えるんですが、いくら調べても原因がはっきりしないんですよ。
Fuck. An OST I either don't remember or have never heard before. Satoshi-kun often got sick. After he was taken in to his uncle's custody, he suffered from fatigue and migraines. He suffered from the lack of energy and sleeplessness. The coach, Dr. Irie, soon realized Satoshi-kun was suffering from a psychological disorder. Most people in Hinamizawa knew how bad Satoshi-kun's environment was. It was natural for him to look sick because he entered that bad environment right after his parents' deaths.
サトシ君は感情の爆発ができないタイプなんですよ。泣いたりとか怒ったりとか、そういう感情が人一倍苦手なんです。
確かにサトシ君が泣いたりとか怒ったりってのはあまり想像つかないですね。
サトシ君のお母さんが再婚を重ねてるのはご存知で？
まあ少しは。
Satoshi-kun's mother had married a number of men over the years. That meant Satoshi-kun had several stepfathers. He had to deal with strangers coming into his home multiple times, so he was forced to be mature. I can only imagine what that's like. That's fucking insane.
サトシ君は精神的に早熟なんです。本人は自覚していないでしょうがね。
Rika XD, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it.
泣いたり笑ったりダダをこねたり、そういう時代をあっという間に卒業させられて大人になっちゃったんです。
監督の言い方だと大人ってのが必ずしもいいようには聞こえないですね。
子供は子供らしく過ごすことで成長していくようにできているんです。
This OST, man. This OST. I swear.
それを無理に大人にしたらやっぱりいいことはないですよ。
That's true. That's true. Not only was Satoko's current relationship with her that's a word that exists. It was terrible, to say the least. I heard that her relationships with her previous stepfathers was not that great either. Satoko always caused problems, and Satoshi-kun would always step in to protect her.
だからサトシ君の体に変調が出たのはそういうことに体が耐えかねた SOS じゃないかって思ったんです。
That's why Irie invited Satoshi-kun into the baseball team. He told Satoshi that he needed a new member, or something along those lines.
初めは渋ってましたけどね。彼と診療の際にいろいろとお話しするうちに少しずつ打ち解けていきましてね。ちょっと見学だけにでも来てみるといい。ちょっとバットを持ってみるといい。なんて感じで少しずつ誘っていったんですよ。
Sports worked excellently for Satoshi-kun. His health quickly improved, and he started to become more interested in baseball. He practiced batting, and he was soon able to swing beautifully, and, well, he learned how to see the trajectory of the ball.
なんかわかるな。サトシ君ってコツコツタイプですからね。How to Baseball なんて本をしおり挟みながら読んでる風景が想像できます。
Baseball for dummies. That's the kind of book I'd expect.
それであれよあれよという間に3割打者なんです。本当によく頑張りました。これでピンチの時にも打てれば完璧なんですけどね。
サトシ君と監督って仲いいんですか？
悪くはないと思ってますよ。悩みとかそういうのを打ち明けてくれたということは私を信頼してくれたからだと思ってます。
Baseball for dummies sounds like a real thing too. It probably is. If it's not, I'm gonna be honest, I'd be surprised because like there's an insert here for dummies on like almost everything, even some of the most obscure things. So I'd honestly be kind of surprised if baseball wasn't one of them. I felt a bit jealous on how confidently Irie said that. While Satoshi-kun and I were friends, we weren't so close to where we'd open up to each other like that.
あれ？嫉妬してます？
Nah, cussin', I ain't jelly. Yet. Do you want me to be?
何に？
And her response proves she's jealous. I was taken aback. I blooshed. Why do I keep saying that? Because it's a part of the joke now. Irie started laughing at me.
園崎さんもサトシ君の相談相手になってあげてください。
Yes sir, yes sir.
まあ慣れるなら慣れたらいいかななんて。で
I didn't know what I was saying.
サトシ君ですね。最近また少し体調を崩してるみたいなんです。
え？
I don't like that sound. Ooh, the PTSD I have from that fucking sound effect. The ball flew to the left, but the left fielder managed to catch it. It seemed that the relationship between Satoko and her aunt has gotten worse lately. It was obvious his sickness had something to do with that.
おばさんがかなり大人げないいじめ方をしているらしいんです。さとこちゃん、本当にかわいそうなくらいにボロボロになって。何しろ聞いた話では。
で、それをかばうサトシ君もボロボロになっているということですね。
I wasn't interested in Satoko, so I switched the subject back to Satoshi-kun. There wasn't much that I knew about Satoko. I knew that she was a big part in Satoshi's life, but I've never been really interested into her until today. She must have been building up self-esteem and taking care of her unreliable brother. That was about all much I knew about her. But considering Satoshi-kun's personality, even that goofiness of his might as well be an act. Hello, Ace. How is you? How are you breathing? How's it going? Maybe he was trying to make her feel good about herself by letting her take care of him. If only unconsciously. That's a word I can't. Oh my god, how is English my first language? When he's alone, he's surprisingly strong. I realized that only recently. So I couldn't help but to think that his whole life is constantly affected by Satoko. I know nothing bad might come out of this, but this sounds terrible. How is you breathing? That's a new sentence. That is a new sentence. Yes, very much. I often ask people how they are breathing, but how is you breathing? That's a new one. Satoshi-kun managed to get along with his stepfathers, even though he experienced some stress. He was even getting along with his aunt. But in order to protect Satoko, he always had to step in and suffer. I didn't really know anything about Satoko, but I had to admit, I felt hostile towards her. No, chill that down. Shion, tone that down. I don't need more Sonozaki murder in this fucking shit. I felt jealous because she was monopolizing.
最近、さとこちゃんへのおばさんのいじめがだいぶエスカレートしてるみたいです。サトシ君の体調不良もそれに比例しているんでしょうね。
Irie heaved a sigh. As he said, Satoshi-kun had been absent for a few times lately. He seemed a bit tired as well. He looked normal when he was around everybody else, but he looked a bit depressed when he was alone.
監督はストレスに押しつぶされそうなサトシ君を救うため野球に誘ったんですよね。
ええ。そのつもりでした。
I'm also staying quiet. Right, the experiences, fun stuff, fun stuff. Ooh, boy, yeah. Oh, boy. Don't I know it. Higurashi knows how to just fucking throw something at me and just be like, yeah, you're gonna go with it now, whether you like it or not.
こうして野球をやっている今、またストレスに押しつぶされそうになっているサトシ君に、今度は何を誘えばいいんですか？
どうすればいいんでしょうね。
Yep, this feels familiar. Irie smiled powerlessly. I couldn't help but feel disappointed in hearing that, because Satoshi couldn't put his trust into him.
内緒にしてくださいよ。実はですね、チームを抜けたいってそう漏らすんですよ。最近。
Now, Satoshi, hear me out on this home slice. Hear me out on this homeboy. No. This seems to be making you at least somewhat happier. So no. He's gonna club his aunt to death.
どうして？
疲れるからだそうです。
Bro! There's gotta be more to it than just that.
というのは表向き。
That's what he said, but probably not what he meant.
さとこちゃんと一緒にいる時間を増やしてあげるためじゃないかと思ってます。さとしくんは野球をしている間、さとこちゃんがおばさんにいじめられているかもしれない。その時、さとこちゃんのそばにいられないことが兄として辛いと、そう思っているのかもしれません。
You gotta give Satoshi one thing. He really cares about his sibling. I was left speechless for a while. Satoko again. Satoko. Why did Satoshi-kun have to sacrifice so much for her? I mean, siblings. I mean, I know you probably don't understand it too well, Shion, but You know, it's kind of ironic saying. Mion walks up as soon as I say that, just like, oh, you want to talk about me, bitch? I'm like, oh, fuck. No. Just by ignoring her, his stress would just melt away. Of course, I knew that he couldn't just do that. If that were the case, then the blame may lay with his little sister. I knew how badly she must have been treated. But that only happened because she made things worse for herself. It was her fault that she didn't establish a decent relationship with her aunt. If Satoko had been more mature, like Satoshi-kun, her home life wouldn't have gotten so bad. Satoshi-kun wouldn't have to suffer those indirect blows. In the meantime, the baseball team practice match had become one-sided. It wasn't really worth watching anymore. The members of the losing team were just goofing off at this point. The sky had also turned cloudy too. It was depressing. It didn't look like it would rain though. The gray sky hadn't brought along any cool air. It just felt disgusting. Irie became quiet. He was looking down around his feet. Meanwhile, I just stared at Satoshi-kun. To me, he didn't even look active anymore. He was only once able to enjoy playing baseball, and he felt fine. But he got sick again, just because of the relationship between Satoko and her aunt was deteriorated. I couldn't help but say it.
サトシ君をどうこうするってより、サトコをどうこうする方が先決では。
It was just a murmur, but Irie had definitely caught it.
それはどういう意味ですか、園崎さん。
Okay, this is a tone shift.
別に難しい話じゃないです。サトコがしっかりしてくれれば、サトシ君に迷惑をかけることもない。サトコがそもそもの原因であるってことが言いたいだけです。
うん、そんなことは。
でしょ？だってサトコがトラブルからサトシ君はそのトラブルに介入して矢面に立たなければならないんでしょ？でその結果、本当は買わなくて済んだおばの喧嘩まで買ってるわけでしょ？
I mean, it's probably not even all that simple either, to be fair. Satoshi-kun never got scared of any trouble, no matter how formidable the enemy. He bravely stand up to protect the weak. I knew that because I could vividly imagine it. Okay, thank you. Whenever their aunt chid Satoko, Satoshi-kun steps in order to protect her. The aunt probably did not like that. Though Satoshi-kun didn't have to fight, the aunt would attack him anyway. The fight would just be between the aunt and him. Satoko might then tease the aunt by sticking out her tongue, my bad, hiding behind his back and pretending to be scared. She'd never think about how deeply he was being hurt. Because of Satoko, Satoshi-kun had become cornered and stressed.
園崎さん、あなたがそんな言い方をする人だったとは。あなたは聡子ちゃんのお友達でしょ？お姉さん的な立場でしょ？普段も学校で聡子ちゃんを慰めたり励ましたりしてるものだと思ってました。
I was wondering when this side was gonna get brought up.
なのにそんな言い方をするなんて正直驚いています。
Irie looked at me suspiciously. I could tell that he was thinking about me. Or what he was thinking about me. I'd said too much. Mion Sonozaki and Satsuka Hojo were friends. They're so close. So Mion should have been encouraging her after the situation at home got tougher. That's what Mion was supposed to do. I had totally forgotten about that and spoken as myself. It was only natural that Irie would give me a suspicious look. He might end up changing his impression on Mion Sonozaki entirely. I'd have to apologize to her about this and ask her to put things right. I totally messed up. Even so, I didn't think that I said anything wrong. I objectively looked at the situation and made a modest proposal. To be honest, I was simply afraid that he might leave the team. I couldn't go to school in Hinamizawa, so the baseball field was the only place where I could see him. I could even say that he was my reason for living. That's right. I was okay. Alright. Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, kind of somewhat already predicted that this was gonna happen. Just didn't think it would be this soon. But I wasn't going to tell him how I felt, for I was satisfied in being by his side. I certainly couldn't ask for anything more. After all, I couldn't reveal my true identity. I had to pretend to be Mion in order to live in Okonomiya. I thought that maybe I should leave Okonomiya in order to be free. But that's stupid. No matter how tough my life might be, I'd prefer to be here, with Satoshi-kun stroking my head every now and then. Why did I love him that much? Yeah, I don't know, I'm asking you that, honestly. Crazy. I read about it in a manga once. You don't need a reason to be in love. I do. I was surprised at myself for being like this.
落ち着け、私。
I breathed out slowly and held my breath, trying to slow my throbbing heart. I felt a bit calmer. Calmer? What the fuck? At that point, a clear thought came into my head. I want to be with Satoshi-kun, so I want him to stay on the team. So I want to get rid of the concerns and his stress. So what? So what can I do to achieve all of that? My head started to cool down as I heard the umpire shout,
"ゲームセット! 試合終了!"
I was gonna say, I don't think I'm going to the... Oh, some days I see him, some days I don't. A clear sky gets cloudy, and the rain always stops eventually. I thought his absence was just that, but he was actually on the verge of a breakdown. Notebook page 19. The rainy season was just around the corner, and the air had become so humid that my shirt stuck onto my skin. It had been a few weeks since Satoshi-kun stopped showing up for baseball practice. I looked for him as soon as I arrived at the field. He's not here yet. Did I get here too early? I want to see him playing on the field right when I got here. I had started arriving late because of those feelings. However, he wasn't here today either. I didn't even bother hiding my disappointment anymore. Everybody knew by now how I felt. The team members from Mion's class came over and tried to console me. But I just simply shooed them away.
園崎さん、気分が優れませんか?
Even Irie couldn't comfort me. I was aware that he too knew why I was like this.
今日帰りますね。気分じゃないです。
ほら、今日は沖宮タイタンズさんと打ち合わせをする日じゃないですか。マネージャーの園崎さんにも同席してほしかったんですがね。
私を勝手にマネージャーにしないでください。私、マネージャーだったつもりはないんですから。
Irie looked down, not knowing what to say.
わかりました。元気が回復したらまた手伝ってくださいね。
もう来ないかもです。マネージャーが必要なら、私以外を募集してください。
気が向いた時でいいです。また遊びに来てくださいね。それにほら、あなたがいないとサトシ君が戻ってきた時寂しがりますよ。
I ignored him and turned around. I had already set up my schedule with Mion, so I didn't have to ask her any time anymore. I tried to contact her a couple times to ask how Satoshi-kun was doing in school, but I hadn't been able to get through to her. Apparently, the hag had sensed that I might be in contact with Sis. In other words, Sis was being watched. As a result, it hadn't been easy to contact her. Kasai, who had been helping me contact her, seemed to also have been marked. People knew he was loyal to me. I hadn't seen him for a while either. All I could do was wonder how Satoshi-kun was doing. I was frustrated because there was no way for me to know. My head was filled with worries, but something surprised me out of the blue. Somebody called out for me when I was about to leave on my bike.
みーちゃん、こんにちは。
Oh no! Oh no! Oh! I'm sorry. This isn't too bad, but the dialogue, something surprised me, and Reina showing up. I got chapter 1 flashbacks. I got chapter 1 flashbacks from when I read it in 2021. I'd never seen this girl before. Luckily, she called me Mi-chan. There's only one person who refers to Mion like that, as far as I'm aware.
レナか。珍しいね。レナがここに来るなんて。
Her name is Reina Ryugu. Her real name is Reina, but she wants to be called Reina. Is there a different way to say that? Like, I'm assuming the first part's Reina and then it's Rena? I keep saying Reina. I've been doing that for over 3 years now. I don't see why I should stop now, but like, it just now dawned on me. God, screw being 22 years old. What is wrong with me? So, that's what we call her. She moved here in April. I had some information on her, but it was all ambiguous. Sis was still a bit uncertain about her, since she's still so new. It was hard for me to handle someone like that. I didn't know how to act around her, as Mion at least. So I decided to pretend to be in an, obvious, sulky mood. That way, she wouldn't talk to me as much, assuming that Mion was simply just feeling bad. Well, that's how I really am, anyway.
みーちゃんは帰り？うん。気分が優れないの。
I think I broke a game.
悪いね。じゃあ一緒に帰ろう。
Fuck. We're gonna go into the forest, she's gonna bring out the Nata, and I'm gonna fucking get killed. I wanted to say that I'd rather be alone, but there's only one road in Hinamizawa, so asking to be alone would look odd. The only way to not seem suspicious would be to walk home with her.
そうだね。帰ろうか。
Reina quietly nodded as I unlocked my bike.
みーちゃん、傘は？持ってないけど。今日はこの後、天気崩れるかもしれないんだって。
No.
傘ないなら急ごう。
As she predicted, we were attacked by pouring rain along our way. We ended up taking shelter in a small shack in front of the bus stop.
すごい降りだけど、これはそんなに長引きそうじゃないね。向こうの空は明るいもの。そうだね。
I heard the sound of the rain pattering on the rooftop and the raindrops jumping into puddles. It sounded loud, but it made me feel strangely calm. I zoned out for a moment. Then Reina talked to me while looking up at the rainy sky.
最近元気ないって聞いたから心配してたんだよ。
All the baseball team members knew I was depressed because I hadn't seen Satoshi-kun recently. Most of them attended school in Hinamizawa, so it wasn't surprising that she knew as well. I hadn't been able to contact Sis these past few weeks, but I'm sure that she had the idea of how I feel with Satoshi-kun and how I would feel if he didn't come to his baseball practice. Sis was probably pretending to act a little depressed during her day in Hinamizawa to avoid creating a big gap in between our moods. But neither of us knew the details about the other now, so she wouldn't be able to answer if the others asked her what was wrong. She would only be able to say something like, "Leave me alone." That might lead more people to become worried, however. Reina must have thought Mion was depressed, and that's why she came all this way to see me. She must have known what was going on because she knew that I was the one at the baseball field.
サトシ君、構ってくれないから。
Avoiding ice. Avoiding ice. Having deducted what has been going on with Satoshi from what she just said, or deduced, sorry, she has been distancing himself from others lately because of the exhaustion. That's at least what it sounded like.
サトコちゃんの件でだいぶ悩んでるみたいだった。サトシ君はすごく追い詰められてると思う。かわいそうだよね。
サトシ君は本当に妹思いだからね。偉いよ、本当に。
What I said sounded hollow. I knew too well how much of a burden Satoko had become.
でもだからってみーちゃんまで落ち込んじゃったらかえってサトシ君を追い詰めちゃうように思うかな。
私に追い詰めるつもりなんてない。
それはもちろん知ってるよ。でもだからこそ学校にいる時のサトシ君を笑顔で迎えてあげられなかったら。
Every time when I think they're done talking, there's more words coming out, and I actually skip the fucking voice shit.
みーちゃんはたとえ嘘でも笑顔が作れる強い人間だって知ってる。だから嘘でも笑ってほしいの。最初はたとえ嘘でもね。笑顔って最後には本物になるんだよ。
What she was trying to say in a nutshell was this. Both Satoshi-kun and Satoko were completely wiped out. If Mion was also depressed, even though she's the sort of person who'd usually lighten the mood, the situation would be stuck in a vicious cycle. Rena sounded more like she was trying to give me advice than trying to console me. She must be a lot more mature than what she looks. Sis told me that she was a funny girl with a couple of bad habits. Bad habits is kind of an understatement with Reina sometimes. Especially trying to kidnap kids! But that's a different thing. But she seemed to have another mature side to her.
みーちゃんはサトシ君のこと好き？
好き。
Though, probably shouldn't have told her that. I immediately responded.
なら笑おう。
Reina smiled herself.
みーちゃんの笑顔できっとサトシ君に元気を分けてあげられると思う。
I'm processing what she's saying and how she's implying all this.
みーちゃんはそれしかできないことに落胆しかけているかもしれないけれど、それでもね、多分それが一番サトシ君の力になる。
理屈ではわかるけどね。笑えったってそう簡単にはできないよ。
Reina giggled and nodded.
野球の練習にもさ、バイトが終わったらきっと帰ってくるから。
His part-time job? I almost asked that question, but I managed to stop myself. From the tone of Reina's voice, it sounded like it was something that everybody knew.
バイトか。いつ終わるんだろうね。
お金が貯まるまでだろうけど、どんなに遅くてもさとこちゃんの誕生日までには終わるよ。
I tried to figure out what was going on from what she said. I had to listen very carefully to uncover the whole picture. Satoshi-kun seemed to be working in order to make some money. I don't think it's easy to find a job, especially when you are still in school. Sis might have had something to do with it. His job seemed temporary. And it seemed to have something to do with Satoko's birthday. It wasn't that difficult to figure it out, at least. Satoshi was working on saving up to buy his little sister something expensive for her birthday. He was trying to comfort her, even though he was so torn up himself. Satoko again. Satoshi is already worn out because of her, and now he's working for her sake, even though he is exhausted. How stupid. It would be easier for him to just forget about Satoko. Oh, fuck me. Fuck my fucking dick. Oh. Is that just a close-up of the render from the Chapter 1 thing? Or is it just... Oh my god. Oh. Fuck. Yes, thank you. I actually do need a drink after that. Oh, all my hair just seized up, bro. I got goosebumps. I'm sorry. I expected this. I just wasn't expecting this close-up. Oh my goodness. What I was expecting was kind of like in Chapter 1, with her, like, soulless eyes sprite being up close and personal, right? That's what I was expecting. This was not what I was expecting at all. Whew. Ooh, sorry, I'm gonna need a second. That's... wow. Bro fucking oh. Alright, you got me again. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hi, Reina. I was startled when I realized that Reina was looking straight into my eyes. She was smiling, but her eyes looked so damn creepy. I never voiced what I was thinking, but she was looking at me as though she figured I was blaming Satoko. She beamed me when she noticed my fear. She smiled as though she understood that I thought that way because of love. She was giving me the creeps. I could hear thunder roar in the distance. The rain began to pick up.
さとこちゃんがサトシ君を独占してることに嫉妬を感じてる？
Honey, no. Oh, no. I avoided answering immediately this time, but Reina seemed to know what I was thinking already.
別にみーちゃんがそう思っても私は軽蔑しないよ。人を一途に好きになるときってそういうものだもん。
ありがとう。
でもみーちゃんは今までずっとさとこちゃんを励ましてくれてたよね。それって私すごく立派なことだと思うな。
さとこは仲間だもの。当然でしょ。
I sounded so fake. I felt like spitting on the floor.
私たちにはさとこちゃんもさとしくんも励ますことしかできない。どうやったらこの苦境から救ってあげられるのかわかる。
さとこがさとしくんにべったりしすぎなんだよ。さとこがもっとしっかりすればさとしくんがここまで追い詰められることはない。
Don't give me another close-up.
はっきり言うね。
Reina nodded with an unflinching smile, even though my remarks could have been taken as harsh. What the hell was this mysterious girl thinking? It was difficult to get a read on her. It's always difficult to get a read on Reina. Even when she's normal, I don't understand what's going on in her head.
さとしくんもさ、ほんの少しはそう思っているとこあるかもしれないね。
It wouldn't be that far-fetched, even as an intrusive thought.
え？
Reina kept smiling, but her smile looked strangely cold.
さとしくんも多分心のどこかでさとこちゃんをかばい続けることに疲れを感じてると思う。
Oh, Reina, hey! Given the type of person that Reina is, I don't think she would say something like that if she wasn't certain about it. Because of that, she must have been confident in what she just told me.
どうしてそう思う？
私、さとしくんに打ち明けられたから。
Hello? Either she's fucking. No, she ain't fucking. She ain't fucking. Nanai. Satoshi-kun secretly confessed to her? Reina asked me to keep it that way.
サトシ君がね、兄として頼られることに苦痛を感じる。
Bro. Wait. Hang on. Wait.
それはとても罪深いことだと知っているけど。ってね。
If this is true, if what Reina's saying is true, hold on. I don't think he would say anything like that. But then again, it wasn't likely that Reina was lying either. I had just met her, so I didn't really know what made me feel that way. But my hunch told me that she was telling the truth. I heaved a huge sigh. Satoshi-kun must have gotten so tired that he couldn't help but telling somebody. Even so, even if he thought that way, he wouldn't just tell somebody that easily. Or maybe Reina led him to do so? She might be capable of something like that. I don't understand. This girl. It had only been a little while since we met, but I've already started talking about something that I was keeping deep inside of me. Does she have some kind of supernatural power to reach into people's minds and drag them out to what they're thinking? It suddenly hit me that I was sitting with this creepy girl in a tiny shack. I'd only been dragged into her strange world. I don't think Sis realized Reina's real personality. She thinks Reina must be some kind of funny girl with some awkward habits. She would have told me about this if she knew.
レナはサトシ君に打ち明けられるくらいに信頼されてるんだね。羨ましい。
別に信頼されてるわけじゃない。
Okay, well, don't say it like that. That makes me feel even more worried, Reina. Reina, listen. Listen, hey, Reina.
私が経験者だからだと思う。
経験？レナにも兄弟をかばったりした経験が？
ひたひたとずっと足音がついてきて。
Fuck you. Fuck you. Genuinely, fuck you.
夜は枕元にまで立たれて見下ろされる経験。
Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Huh? Sorry, Reina. What the hell are you talking about? I turned around to face her and got chills. Though she was smiling, her eyes were ice cold. I trembled, I froze, with my eyes open.
みーちゃんにはない？ないと思う。多分。
Reina kept laughing. It felt okay. I tried to figure out what the hell she was saying.
みーちゃんはひなみ沢から逃げ出そうとか、もっと都会に行きたいなとか、そういうことを考えたことはある？
I mean, I didn't exactly know how to respond. Reina waited for my answer, urging me to speak with her silence.
ないよ。
Don't say liar.
私は地元
Don't
好きだし。
Don't say liar.
だよね。だよね。みーちゃんはそうだと思う。
Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. Say the line, Reina. Everybody, when someone talks to Reina when she's in the state, say the line, Reina. Say the line. It didn't seem like a good idea to lie to her. Reina has some kind of power that I can't grasp. She can read people's minds just by seeing the slightest change in their expression. So I had to tell her the truth.
そうならばみーちゃんは大丈夫。お社様には怒られない。
There it is. There's the name of the hour.
お社様。
Oyashiro-sama. That's Hinamizawa's guardian deity. I couldn't understand why she mentioned that name. My mind stopped for a moment.
お社様。
Thank you. Thank you for saying the name again, Reina. It makes me feel so warm and fuzzy on the inside. She calmly me repeated the name, as if she was trying to teach me something. Yeah, I remember. Oyashiro-sama never allows heathens to desecrate Hinamizawa. Oyashiro-sama never allows the villagers to leave either. Those are the rules. Slowly, I recalled the fear that the curse which supposedly caused the dismemberment murder and the death of the Hojo couple. When I was sent into the institution, I had this fear. I was scared that I went to that faraway boarding school, I would fall under the curse. But I should be okay. I escaped from the school and returned to my hometown, to Okonomiya, to be precise. But it should be okay according to the kids' rules, because I love Hinamizawa. The hag forces me to live this suffocating life, but I still chose to stay in this place. I don't think I'm breaking Oyashiro-sama's rules. Even though the Sonozaki family had selfishly banished me to a remote place, I come back here anyway. Oyashiro-sama should even bless me for that. I guess I'm just trying to convince myself that the curse does not apply to me. But I think I'm still afraid of it.
私は地元好きだから。
I mean, to be fair, if you believe that a curse is real, and like you were in a situation like that, I'd say that's normal to be at least a little paranoid about it.
その意味では、お社様のたたりがあるとは思っちゃいないね。模範的だとすら思ってるけど。
それは私も認める。
Thank you, Reina.
だからこそ、サトシ君のことはわかんない。
Oh, wait. Another thing is coming back to my brain. It may have been almost a year ago since I first started reading Chapter 5, which, yes, I know, I do apologize, long story short. Last time I read this was in August of last year. I'm an idiot, but it doesn't matter.
どうして？
サトシ君は、心のどこかで、ひなみ沢を捨てて、どこかへ逃げ出したいと思ってるから。
I gave an audible cry. While I was feeling sad that Satoshi-kun hadn't shown up for practice, he still lived in Hinamizawa, so I'd never considered the thought of him just going away.
サトシ君が家出したがってるってこと？
無意識のうちに。お社様が枕元に立つまでは、多分意識すらしてなかったと思う。
Oh, shit, bro. Shit, bro. I still had no idea what the hell she was talking about. I continued to try to figure out what she was saying.
サトシ君が体験していることは、すべてお社様のたたりの前触れなの。誰かが遠くからじっと伺っている。誰かがずっとつけてくる。誰かやがて足音は常に自分とずれて一つ余計に聞こえるようになるの。それらは初めのうちはお外でだけだけど、やがて後ろのそれは自分の家の中にまでついてくるようになる。 そしてお布団に入って明かりを消してもずっと枕元から見下ろしてるの。ただただ黙ってじっと自らの罪を認めるまで。サトシ君は夢見が悪いって最初言い出したの。それで私がどんな夢
Bro.
と聞いたら、私の時をなぞるようだった。だから私彼に予告したの。その気配がやがて近づき足音を聞かせるようになり、常にサトシ君を見下ろしているようになったなら、それはきっと私の時と同じだから相談してって。サトシ君ははじめ私のことを怪げに思ったと思う。
I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't be?
でも私が予告した通りにお社様の気配が近づくのを感じ、お社様が枕元にまで立つに至って、
I hate it here.
やっと自分の身に起こってることを相談できるのは私しかいないって気づいたの。
Reina did not look like she was joking. She had calmly told me what has been going on. I couldn't even move. I couldn't tell if her words were a joke or not. I could only feel just stunned.
私はね、もともとひなみ沢に住んでいたの。小学校に上がる直前で茨城に引っ越した。でも新しい環境に馴染めなくてね、心の中のお社様にひなみ沢に帰れ帰れって何度も呼びかけられてた。でも小学生の子が泣きながら元の町に帰りたいって言ったって
That would be the
どう
worst
にもなら
part.
ないもんね。私は現実とお社様の声に板挟みにされてずっと過ごすことになる。そして
Reina paused. It looked as she didn't want to go into the details of what followed, but I'm pretty sure we know. In general, she confused me even more.
結局いろいろあって私はひなみ沢に帰ってくることができた。
Well, ain't that great?
だからお社様にはそれで許してもらえた。あれ以来お社様の気配を感じることはないもの。でもね、サトシ君は私と違ってひなみ沢にいながらお社様のたたりを受けることになった。それはなぜか。理由は一つ。サトシ君はひなみ沢にはいたけれども、その心をお社様は許さなかったんだね。サトシ君は自問自答を何度も繰り返した挙句に認めたよ。ほら、サトシ君アルバイトをしてるでしょ。サトコちゃんが欲しがったあの大きなぬいぐるみは10万円くらいするもんね。
Okay, I'm not the best with like yen to USD stuff, but isn't that around 1,000 buckos? If not decently close? Or am I making that up? Cause regardless, the fuck?
サトシ君はサトコちゃんの誕生日までにその額を稼ごうとしている。でもほら、考えてみて。それだけのお金があったら後先を考えなくていいなら、どこか遠くへ逃げ出す十分な費用になりうるんだよ。サトシ君は無意識のうちにね、そのお金でサトコちゃんに誕生日プレゼントを買うんじゃなく、サトコちゃんを捨ててどこか遠くへ逃げ出すお金に使ってしまいたいって思うようになってたの。それはサトシ君にとってはこの上なく罪深いこと。でもさっきみーちゃんが指摘したように、 さとこちゃんの存在自体がサトシくんの負担になってるのは事実。サトシくんだってバカじゃないもん。兄として認めたくなかっただけで、さとこちゃんが負担になっていることにはちゃんと気づいていた。だからサトシくんは葛藤してるんだよ。自分は妹を喜ばせるためのお金を貯めるためにバイトをしているつもりだけれども、それは自分の心を騙しているだけで、本当は自分が逃げ出すためのお金を作るためにバイトしてるんじゃないかって。
I was like, say, wait a minute. Something just came to my mind. It's a memory. I think the memory is actually from chapter 3. I think if I remember, didn't they mention that Satoshi left around the time of Satoko's birthday, if not on Satoko's birthday? I feel like it was one of the two, if I remember properly. If I am wrong, I apologize, but like that kind of went into my head. I think I remember that being mentioned in chapter 3, or hell, maybe even before or after. Regardless, that's like... Well, it probably wasn't mentioned in chapter 1, obviously, because we didn't really focus too much on Satoko in chapter 1. Chapter 1 was just mainly like with Reina and Mion being whatever the hell they were being, but still.
私は逃げ出すべきじゃないと思う。逃げ出したってサトシ君は多分一生後悔する。お社様だってそれを分かってるからサトシ君にこうして警告してくれているの。サトシ君の心にサトコちゃんを見捨てるなんて悪魔のささやきが
I don't think he will.
早く聞こえなくなるといいんだけども。
As much as we would love to think that, I don't think he will.
サトシ君は綿流しの数日後だっけのサトコちゃんの誕生日にプレゼントを間に合わせるため、
double fuck.
今いろいろなアルバイトに精を出してる。心も体も追い詰めてる。
Oh, double fuck. Here we go.
そんな苦境がきっとサトコちゃんの誕生日を境に終わるんだって信じて。サトシ君は今もお社様のたたりに苛まれている。サトコちゃんを守るか見捨てるかの天秤の狭間に立たされながらね。
Yeah. Okay. Kept pouring down in the... Anyway. Yet in the shack, it felt completely silent. What the hell was Reina talking about? Hey, finally hell was put in the sentence, so me saying that a lot actually works. I couldn't grasp even half of what she was saying. The only thing I figured out was that Satoshi was struggling, confused, and in lots of pain. He's suffering from Oyashiro-sama's curse? And Reina has experienced that same thing as well? The Watnagashi festival was right around the corner. Hey man. Hey man. I'm just saying, if you're fucked, you're fucked. I'm just saying. If you're boned, you're boned. If you're fucked, you're fucked. Oh no. Oyashiro-sama's curse had struck 3 years in a row. There was no guarantee that it wouldn't strike a 4th time. Satoshi-kun was subject to the curse, even now? Was he going to skip town? Was he going to be the next victim of Oyashiro-sama's curse? Either way, he might disappear forever. Could I do anything to prevent it? If I didn't do anything, it would all come to a hopeless end. I started feeling a sense of dread. I didn't buy that crazy story that Reina told me, but if something was to really happen to Satoshi-kun, which might bring about some kind of end, I couldn't help but to feel scared. It's true. isn't it? My instinct is always correct. Everything went silent. I decided to contact Mion despite the danger. Mion got upset at first, but she had to listen to me.
お姉、サトシ君のことだけど、どういうことになってるの？
最近だいぶ険しい様子なんだよ。部活に声もかけられない雰囲気。
何それ？声をかけられないから、サトシ君がどういう状況になってるかよく分かってないってこと？
ごめん。
お姉、キンキンにまた入れ替わる機会を設けてほしいの。
うん、それはもちろん構わないよ。でも最近はちょっと綿流しのお祭りの打ち合わせの絡みで日程の調整が難しいんだよ。何？またバイト？
私、ひなみ沢の学校へ行く。
Shit's about to go down. Shit is about to go down. Oh my goodness. Notebook page 21 and notebook page 24. Alright. Right, I forgot they changed the music of this. It's still so surreal to me. Why don't I relate my encounter with the creepy girl in the rain? Her name is Reina Ryugu. Her first name is Reina. I had no idea what kind of girl she truly was. One thing's for certain, she has no relation to the Sonozaki family. She has no relation to the three families as a whole as well. The Ryugu family used to live in Hinamazawa, but they moved to Ibaraki. That was before she was sent to elementary school, and then they returned to Hinamazawa a few years later. Reina Ryugu said that she came back because Oyashiro-sama told her to. I don't know exactly what that means. She said it was the curse of Oyashiro-sama, that Oyashiro-sama had stalked her. I think that it was probably a hallucination, but Satoshi-kun had been interested in that experience. She said that Satoshi-kun was also experiencing Oyashiro-sama's curse. Satoshi-kun had told her that he was being followed slowly by some sort of unknown existence. He was surprised to learn that Reina had had a similar experience. What is the Oyashiro-sama curse? Why did Reina and Satoshi-kun have similar experiences? I believe that means somebody put them under surveillance. Somebody must be spying on the next victim of the curse. Since Reina and Satoshi both blindly believed Oyashiro-sama's curse, there's a presence of it that is now being involved with. If paranoia kicked in, they'd feel as if they were experiencing paranormal phenomena. Judging from what Reina said, it seems that Satoshi-kun had put on surveillance long since before Watanagashi. Thank you. I'd totally like being reminded of his background. So, one question comes to mind. Why were they watching Reina? I'm assuming that the surveillance was placed on the victim-to-be of that year. So, if that's the case, why did Reina go through it? Why did they watch her, even though she was living so far away? If she was considered somebody who had abandoned the village, then I could understand. But she didn't fall victim in the end. Maybe she was forgiven because she came back into Hinamazawa. I guess she still knows something that I don't. Fuck, bro, it's like... Okay. So, like... I don't know, bro. I don't know. Everything that this fucking series does to me Everything that this fucking series does to me, bro. I can't. Oh my god. Higurashi never ceases to amaze me. It's kind of like the Yakuza series to me. The only difference is that the 5th installment of Higurashi is making me happy as opposed to the 5th installment of Yakuza. I could not imagine reading this as it came out. Yo, same, honestly. Especially back in the original versions. Yeah, for sure. Love the Yakuza series too, yeah. I would have loved to stream Like a Dragon, but OBS doesn't like me streaming Like a Dragon, so I'm playing it on my own time. Good game, though. Yakuza Like a Dragon's 10 out of 10 so far. Or maybe at the very least 9 out of 10. But, yeah. Alright. 24. Let's see. Satoshi-kun looked terrible. When he went home, he had to meditate. Okay. Meditate a fight between Satoko and their aunt. He had become mentally exhausted. He went to work every day and he became physically exhausted. He no longer communicated with his classmates. He either slept at his desk or was gone somewhere during a lunch break. No kid should have to be put through this. This is fucked up. He used to be really gentle, so it was painful seeing him like that. On top of all of that, he was dealing with the curse of Oyashiro-sama. He must have felt completely and totally exhausted. That curse was a form of surveillance by those planning to victimize Satoshi-kun that year. Which means that the other victim was in the same situation. Satoshi-kun's aunt had been also watched. Did she notice any presence? What about the others? Did the victims of the previous incidents also experience it? I need to investigate the facts in order to prove the curse on Satoshi-kun was actually just surveillance. Is it surveillance, paranoia, or really the curse? It's a good question. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna check the achievements real quick, because I did this before, because there was like no fucking achievements for the 4th chapter. Let's see, 1, 2... I think I might have spoiled myself of what'll happen in a future chapter by looking at the achievements. They should probably hide those achievements, actually. Oh well, it's fine. It's Inamazawa. Like, even if I know what might happen, there's no telling how it'll happen. So, all we can really do now is push forward and see what happens next.
はい、委員長号令。
You have no idea how much it feels to see you again. Oh my goodness. For a moment, I forgot that the class president was me.
起立。委員長も少し寝不足みたいですね。最近は寝苦しい夜が続きます。でもしっかりと睡眠はとるように。いいですね、皆さん。
I'm not sure this place can be called a school. Yep, it's Inamazawa's school for you. Because there are so many different age groups. It's almost like a kindergarten and an elementary school all blended together. Since I have heard already about what this place is like, I didn't feel that uncomfortable. It wasn't too difficult to act like me on here. As Sis told me, Satoshi-kun looked exhausted. I said hi to him, but he simply just ignored me. Since I knew what I'd been going through, his pain looked apparent to me. I was interested in the other person in this classroom. Satoko, Satoshi-kun's little sister. She ain't looking any better either. She looked as worn out as Satoshi-kun, emotionless, like an abandoned doll. Everyone in this classroom was aware of their circumstances, but there was nothing anyone could do for them. They just acted as if nothing was wrong. Mion will only let me have the one day. If I slacked off even a little bit, today would have been over quickly. I had to figure out what I should do with this limited time. I should probably try to talk to Satoshi-kun. But about what? Anything goes. Cheer him up. Sympathize with him. Anything will do. More than anything, I just wanted to chat with him. However, Sis had told me. She said Satoshi-kun couldn't communicate much with her lately. He had distanced himself from her. I figured I shouldn't talk to him too casually. I wanted to, but maybe it was better to just leave him alone. I needed to keep my sis's warnings in mind. But instead, I decided to ignore them. Alright. I looked for Satoshi during lunch break. He was walking as if looking for a place where he could be alone. I caught him in the hallway.
Satoshi-kun.
He turned around, startled by my voice. His facial expression surprised me. He was scowling, clearly a sign of rejection. But I couldn't hesitate. I'd only lose my chance if I did.
さ、元気？
He gave me a look as if saying, "Do I look fine to you?" I never expected to see an expression like that on his face. It felt like my heart was being torn into pieces. As I looked down, he spoke to me. I felt a little glad, but the next thing he said changed that.
元気だよ。
No, you're not. The fuck you are.
他に用はないなら行くよ。昼休みは一人になりたいんだ。
そっか。バイトが大変なんだよね。疲れてるから一人になって休みたいもんね。今日もなんでしょ？今日はどこで？
Sis had founded several jobs for him. He worked for a few places. He was helping out when necessary at any of the shops that Mion introduced him to. As a result, he constantly had to do different tasks in different environments almost each and every time. On top of that, he requested high-paying jobs from Mion because he wanted to earn a large sum of money as soon as he could. In other words, he chose mostly to do manual labor. He was exhausted every day because he wasn't that physically strong.
どこでもいいだろう。それに僕がどこで働くかミオンなら知ってることじゃないのかい？
Mion did help him get the job, yet Satoshi-kun didn't look thankful for that opportunity. This was not like him at all. It made me feel sad.
そうだよね。ごめん。
要はそれで終わりかい？
He sounded so harsh. Why was he acting like that? Would he ever stroke my head again? I couldn't help my tears. They flowed down onto my cheeks. Satoshi-kun looked confused for a moment, but then he frowned again.
ごめん。監督がさ、また練習に来てほしいなって言ってたよ。伝言。
監督には戻る気はないし。
たまにはさ、パッと体を動かして汗を流すのもいいと思うんだよ。ほら、スポーツっていろいろと。
興味ない。
I don't know why he was being so hostile towards me. Why did he hate me so much? I felt so bewildered.
なんで？どうして？
バイトで忙しいから。めんどくさい。
違うよ。なんで私がここまで嫌われなくちゃならないの？
自分の胸に聞けばいいじゃないか。
自分の胸に？何を？私が何をしたの？わかんないよ、サトシ君。
I couldn't control my emotions any longer. Streaks of tears ran down my cheeks. Satoshi gave me a hateful glare and walked away without saying another word. I couldn't even stop him. If I tried, he'd hurt me again with another cutting remark. I couldn't bear that, so I just watched him walk away. I wiped my tears and went back into the classroom. I heard somebody crying from inside. What was going on? I looked around the room to see. It was Satoko. I saw her bento box on the floor. I asked one of her classmates what happened and seen that Satoko had bumped into somebody's shoulder. And when she stood up to go wash the box out... Oh wait, when she stood up, yeah, that was all. But Satoko was crying as if afraid she was going to be badly. What happened was very minor. She could just pick up the bento box and then things would be fine. It looked like the lid came a little loose, but it was definitely fixable. She didn't have to cry like that. Yet Satoko started begging through her tears.
助けてよ助けてよニーニー
Oh. Because of what happened with Satoshi-kun, I couldn't suppress my feelings very well. Wait. Now, let me first say this. Okay, before I continue. I've never watched the anime, but I have seen a clip. And if what I think is going to happen actually happens, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read what comes next. I am hoping my prediction is wrong, but I'll keep it to myself for right now. So instead, they exploded. I stormed up to Satsuko while elbowing her classmates aside. I grabbed her by the head, and then... Yep. Here we go. Satsuko screamed. She didn't seem to understand what happened. She was shedding tears while shivering. She must be wondering why I did that.
なんであんたがそういう目に遭うか理解できる。
Satsuko cried for her brother's help again, so I grabbed her by the head and threw her again. Fuck! Stop! 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 Oh my... Satsuko didn't even stand up. She just crouched and trembled while looking up at me.
助けて助けてニーニー
あんたがそんなだから。
If you weren't like that, Satoshi-kun wouldn't have to suffer. Don't you get it? That's what I wanted to say, but I was too angry to utter another word. I picked up a bunch of textbooks on the floor and threw it at her face. What the...
泣きたければ泣けばいい。でもね、泣いたってね、何も解決しない。
Oh, Mion's gonna kill us. Mion is gonna fucking kill us.
なんで泣くの？泣けば誰かが助けてくれるから。その助けてくれる人があんたの代わりにどれだけ傷ついてるかなんて想像もつかないでしょ。分かってるの？あんたの罪が。あんたなんかいなければいい。苦しいなら死ね。嘘でも噛んで勝手に死んじゃえばいい。
Alright. Fuck was used. That means, you know... Fuck... The word fuck doesn't get used in the series often, but when it does...
サトシ君まで苦しめるな。
Nice to know ya. Yeah.
一人で苦しんで一人で勝手に死ね。お前なんか死んでしまえ。
Her desperate cries only increased my irritation.
泣けばいいと思うな。サトシ君にすがれば済むと思うな。甘えるんじゃない。 お前さえいなければ、お前さえいなければ。
I kept on throwing things at her. Satsuko curled up to protect herself and cried even harder. At that point, a girl with long hair ran up and huddled over her. I knew who that was. Rika Furude, one of Satsuko's only friends.
さとこをいじめないでなのです。さとこはかわいそうなのです。いじめてはダメなのです。
かわいそうだから何をしても許されると思ってる？かわいそうだからサトシ君に寄りかかってもいいわけ？甘やかしてるんじゃないよ。こいつがどこまでも甘えてるからサトシ君が辛い思いをしなくちゃならないんだ。ダメなのです。さとこをいじめちゃダメなのです。
Rika also became a target of my anger. Nuh-uh.
私はね、その甘えきったサトコの根性を教育してやってんだよ。
I think you did more than teach her. This is just...
邪魔しやがるとあんたの頭から叩き割るよ。
I grabbed the chair and lifted it over my head. I wouldn't care if it wouldn't hurt. Oh my god. Rika tightly closed her eyes as she covered Satoko with her body. I didn't care what the consequences would be. I didn't care if I hurt them.
やめて、みーちゃん。
Reina quickly ran into the classroom and shouted at me. Then Satoshi-kun ran while pushing Reina aside. Yep. Seeming to have grasped the situation immediately. He charged straight at me. Oh! Until my body hit the locker, I didn't understand what happened. There was a loud crashing noise. I had left a dent in it. I crouched over there in pain.
サトコ！大丈夫かサトコ！
にーにーにーにー。
Satoko pushed Rika aside and jumped at her brother and started crying again.
どうしたんだよ一体。どうしてサトコが
私ね、何もしてないのにミオンさんが
This fucking hurts, bro.
どういうことだよミオン。
Satoshi-kun shouted at me while clutching his sister. He looked
どう
fierce.
いうことって？
サトコが何をしたよ。僕たちが何をしたよ。なんでいつもいじめられなきゃならないんだよ。どうしてだよ。
He released Satoko and rushed up to me, grabbing me by the neck.
さっきサトシ君は私に自分の胸に聞けって言ったよね。ならサトコの胸に聞いてみりゃいいじゃない。
何を。
サトシ君だって自分で認めてるんでしょ。サトコがあんたにべったり頼ってるからサトシ君の重荷になってるんでしょ。サトコがもっとしっかりしてればサトシ君がこんなに大変な思いをすることなんてない。そいつが全ての元凶なの。
I don't believe what I said was wrong, but after hearing it, Satoshi-kun went berserk.
こいついい加減なこと言うんじゃない。
Satoshi-kun grabbed my hair and threw me to the wall, just like I did to Satoko. However, I wasn't going to back down. I no longer had any control over my emotions at all.
サトシ君だってサトコを甘やかしすぎてるよ。あんたがそうやって際限なく甘やかすからそいつはいつまでたってもあんたにすがってばかりなんだよ。
お前に僕たちの何がわかる。何がわかるってんだよ。どう さんや母さんを村ぐるみで追い詰めて散々いじめて、そして今度は僕たちか。それが園崎家のやり方なんだろ。どこまでも村の裏切り者をいじめ抜く。そんなに楽しいかよ。弱い者いじめがそんなに楽しいかよ。
Fuck, bro.
もうやめて。
It was Reina's voice. She stepped in, looking fierce as a demon.
サトシくん、もうやめてあげて。みーちゃんに悪気はなかった。サトシくんの力になってあげたくて、その気持ちがちょっとずれて空回りしちゃっただけね。
Satoshi-kun looked like he wanted to say something back. However, he chose not to.
みーちゃんももうやめて。みーちゃんが誰よりもサトシくんのことを心配してるのは知ってる。だけれど、こんなやり方はそれの解決にはならない。そんなのちょっと落ち着いて考えればわかることだよね。
Since Satoshi didn't say anything, I kept quiet too.
ほら、さとこちゃんもお弁当箱を落としたくらいで泣くことはないよ。ね？落ち着いた？さとこ、僕がお弁当箱を拾ってあげますよ。
Let's just say, after the descriptive nature of what Shion did, I'm just glad the sprite is the same. I don't want to know what damage that caused. Rika started picking up the bento box while its owner continued to cry.
みんな、片付けを手伝ってくれる？もうすぐ先生がカレー菜園から戻ってくる頃だよ。これでもう喧嘩は終わったから、先生には余計なことは言わない。いいね。
Her classmates looked at each other and nodded, then started picking up stuff from the floor.
はい。サトシくんもみーちゃんも仲直りの握手。ほら。
ごめん。こんなつもりじゃなかったのに。
Tears started to roll down my cheeks again.
僕も悪かった。僕たちがいじめられてるのは大人の都合でごめん。
I don't know if this is genuine or not.
さあ、みーちゃんは次にさとこちゃんに謝る。はい。
I was fine with apologizing to Satoshi-kun, but I didn't want to apologize to her. But the situation wouldn't be settled otherwise, so I reluctantly apologized. Satsuko nodded, looking discouraged. After that, Reina let me go. My head ached, held onto it with both hands. What was that? What the fuck did I do? I didn't want to use this precious time to fight. Sis had warned me. Told me that I shouldn't talk to Satoshi-kun just like that. What did I even come here for? I shouldn't have come here if I knew that this was going to happen. Stupid, you're so stupid, Shion. I was overcome by all my emotions, just because I was worried about Satoshi-kun. When did things go wrong? Were they wrong from the beginning? I got into a fight with Satoshi-kun. This was probably the opposite of what I wanted. Yeah, no shit. I regretted it. Hated myself for it. Couldn't blame myself enough. My world had been torn apart. I wish the sky would just fall and kill me. Sis sounded both amazed and confused.
ただでさえ綿流しの直前でいろいろと忙しいってのに、シオンは話をさらにややこしくしてくれるな。
ごめん。
Sister tried to say something, but she stopped in the middle. After listening to a few complaints, I started telling my sister about everything that happened today. Sis had to pretend that the trouble I caused today was her responsibility, which must have been very taxing for her.
もう当分は入れ替わる機会はない。
シオン、あんたちょっとは私の迷惑を考えてほしいな。
それは
Sis had been very sympathetic, but maybe I pushed her too far this time. Of course she would be hesitant to trade spots considering what I just did today. The atmosphere felt awkward, and we were both silent for a while.
仮にさ、もう一回機会があったとして、シオンはどうするの？
That was a reasonable question. I wasn't prepared to answer, however. If I had the chance to go to school once again and see Satoshi-kun, what would I do? Would I apologize to him about today? I don't think that would work. Might upset him again no matter how hard I tried. Okay. Here's something that he was saying. It was the Sonozaki family who had been harassing his... Oh, wait, was that supposed to say, like, his family or him or something? I feel like that kind of cut off. Or was I just seeing things? It was the Sonozaki family who had been harassing him. No, that's actually how that showed up. What? I'm gonna assume that was a typo or some kind of glitch. Or I guess it's not really a typo since it missed out on a word. Unless, of course, it was supposed to say him instead of his, but that regardless. It would only be natural for him to hold a grudge against us. But why was he only expressing that now? I had been a Sonozaki to him all along. Satoshi stroked my head, even though he knew that I was Mion Sonozaki.
おねえ、率直なところ、サトシ君は園崎家を恨んでるんだよね。
だと思う。
It was our family that initiated the persecution of the Hojo family, making them into scapegoats. Even after the dam conflict, it wasn't easy for the Hojo family to live in Hinamazawa. Given all of that, it's not surprising that Satoshi-kun hates us. The Sonozaki family who put his family in a devastating
で
situation.
もさ、だったらなんで今頃になってなの？なんで今頃になってこうなるの？それなら
If he had rejected me in the first place, I wouldn't have wanted to get close to him. My tears wet my cheeks, but I didn't bother to wipe them. It was only natural for him to hold a grudge against the Sonozakis. There's nothing unusual about it. Rather, why has he been treating me like a friend? I knew how stupid this question was.
サトシが大人だったからとしか言えないと思う。
そんなのってひどいよ。
He's been treating me like a friend because he was mature? But now that he becomes so stressed mentally and physically, he decided to reject me? No matter how hard I thought about it, I couldn't find anything to take fault in him with. If there were somebody to blame, it'd be somebody I'd never accused before.
なんで鬼ババはサトシ君の一家をいじめようって言い出したわけ？ダムに賛成したのはサトシ君の親でしょ？サトシ君が賛成していたわけじゃないでしょ？なんで一家丸ごといじめようって話になったの？どうしてよ？
Mion couldn't say anything in return. Actually, it probably wasn't hard to guess the reason. The hag didn't even give a specific order to harass the Hojo family. She just thought the Hojo family was getting in the way. The people around her noticed that was what was bothering her and took the steps to get rid of it. Though, of course, she must have known how influential her own words were. She didn't just think it. She gave what she must have known to be interpreted as an order. She's to blame for initiating the attack on the Hojo family.
前にお姉はフルデの神主さんのことを輪を乱すのは大人じゃないみたいなことを言いましたよね。つまりこれもそういうわけ。村中が団結しなきゃならない時に異を唱える北条家は大人じゃなかったと。だから制裁する必要があったと。そういうわけなんでしょ。
Mion couldn't say anything in return, meaning that my accusation was the truth.
なら制裁は北条の親だけで十分じゃない。本家の拷問室にでも連れ込んで指の一本も跳ねてやったらいい。でもそこまでで十分でしょ。サトシ君は関係ない。サトシ君には何の関係もない。サトシ君が何をしたっていうの。サトシ君に何の罪があるっていうの。答えてよ、答えてよ、ミオン、ミオン。
はい。
Oh?
ではよろしくお願いいたしますね。失礼いたします。
Mion suddenly changed her tone and hung up. She must have done that to escape my questions. I was furious. I started redialing the number, but I remembered what that we decided that she'd hang up after using that phrase when she saw the hag coming. I doubted she actually saw the hag, but it was the rule, so I couldn't call back for a while. I went to the bathroom, washed my face, and cooled down. I turned the faucet. The water felt like lukewarm. Lukewarm? What the fuck? Stuttered myself. Didn't help me cool down at all. I'm disgusted in my own childishness. I just wanted to fill my void. I didn't care about him, considering that Satoshi-kun was very generous. But I don't know if I can forgive Satoko. That's a different story. Notebook page 26. Does the chapter end here, or is there going to be more to it? I feel like there wouldn't be, right? Or maybe there is more. I was looking at the ceiling with my arms and legs spread out. It's not that I wasn't getting hungry. I didn't live with my parents, and I didn't live in a school dorm. That meant I had to cook something myself when I wanted to eat. I knew that, but I still didn't feel like getting up. It had been several days since I began this empty life. It must be tomorrow. The Watnagashi festival, I mean. Oh, I heard the doorbell ringing. I ignored it at first, but it rang persistently. Started hearing knocking alongside with Kasai's rude voice.
シオンさん、いらっしゃるなら開けてください。弁当を買ってきました。
I didn't ask him to. He must have known that I hadn't eaten enough and that I'd been feeling down lately.
やはり食事を取られていませんでしたか。
別にお腹が空いてるわけじゃないし。
But when Kasai put the food on the table, my stomach reacted in a very primitive way by making some noise.
ほら、お腹が鳴っている。食べた方がいいですよ。
I was hungry, but I had no appetite. I mean, I did have an appetite. I just didn't have the energy to eat. I feel really bad for wasting the food that Kasai brought, though. I picked up my chopsticks just to humor him.
最近はばあさんがマークしてるんじゃなかったの？私のとこなんかに来て大丈夫なわけ？
お嬢さんは綿流しの打ち合わせなどでお忙しく、シオンさんのことまでは最近は頭が回らないようでしたので。クリームコロッケは好物ではありませんでしたか？
うん。美味しいです。
Did I get a Discord thing? The fuck happened?
ありがとう。
While I nibbled on the food, Kasai read through the magazines that I bought.
葛西は
I never talked to Kasai about something like this before. Since I've always believed myself superior to him psychologically, I hesitated to show weakness to him.
そういう悩みも年頃にしておくのは悪いもんじゃありませんよ。
葛西、あんた全部知ってる？
ミオンさんから少々力になってほしいと頼まれました。
お姉か。
心配しておられましたよ、ミオンさん。
Without responding, I threw the last food item in my mouth. I don't know what the fuck that's called. I ain't gonna
北
try.
条聡君の近況を知りたがっていると思いまして、少し情報を集めてきましたが、余計なお世話でしたか？
余計なお世話です。でもせっかく集めてきた葛西の顔を立てるために、まあ一応聞いておきます。
Kasai chuckled, but stopped quickly as if thinking it was rude.
北条哲平が家を出たらしいです。沖宮に実婚の関係の女性がいまして、そこへ転げ込んだようです。
哲平？誰？ああ、サトシ君のおじか。
家には叔母の北条玉江と北条聡、聡子の3人となりました。玉江は哲平が別の女性のところへ逃げたのだと気づき、大層機嫌を悪くしたらしいですね。
ってことはあれだ。ますます叔母の里子いびりが加速して、サトシ君もそれのとばっちりで、ますますに苦労してるってことか。
サトシ君の方は分かりませんが、聡子さんの方は近所でも噂になるくらい、決して良くはない状況です。
Fun. Not. If Satsuko looks miserable, that means Satoshi-kun must be going through equally a miserable torture.
その叔母ってなんとかならないの？憎き北条家の片割れなわけだから、園崎本家で制裁しちゃおうって話にはなってないの？
She's also one of the remaining Hojos after all. The uncle is gone, so why not the aunt?
園崎本家としては北条夫妻の事故死で一応のけじめがついたので、北条関連では一切手を出すなと言命が出ています。夫妻の事故死を疑う警察が北条家近辺を未だマークしているという噂がありますので。
事故死はお社様のたたりってことになってるからね。神罰が下ったんなら、それ以上は人間が下すまでもないってこと。
Kasai put on a faint smile. Come to think of it, it's hard not to suspect the involvement of the Sonozaki family with all the incidents said to be the Oyashiro-sama's curse. Somebody strives to get rid of the hag's concerns on the day of the Watanagashi festival. Furthermore, the Watanagashi festival is going to be held tomorrow. Will the curse strike again this year? I got a stretch from Luna? I got a stretch redeem from the Luna? From the Luna? Holy shit. Holy shit, a legend? Holy shit. I needed that stretch actually after what I just witnessed earlier. Nuh-uh. Yo, what's up? How you doing? I hope you're doing well and whatnot. Holy shit. If so, who will be the victim? Probably Satoshi. Now that I think about it, there were cases of multiple victims in the past. The first and third year, it was just the one, but the second year, the victims were a couple. So it wouldn't be too strange if two people fell victim this year. True, but that doesn't mean we want that. That's crazy. I saw you were reading things and had to see it for myself. Holy shit, Shiva is reading Higurashi even though she hadn't read chapter 5 since August of last year. She needs to read more. I don't know, let's just say after finishing the solo leveling manga, I felt like more reading. I mean, originally I was gonna stream tomorrow, but my grandma's coming early in the morning to do that, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just do a night stream. It seems like a good time. It'd be best for Satoko and her aunt to be the victims. Jesus Christ, Shion. Satoshi-kun would be freed from every source of his worries once all that is done.
葛西、今年のお社様のたたりの犠牲者は誰かってもう決まってるの？
Kasai, my man. I'm gonna need more answers than that, homie. I don't need all those dots.
決めるのはばあさん？ならお姉は明日の犠牲者をもう知ってるってことになるな。どうなの葛西？何か聞かされてる？
シオンさん、私はその件については一切聞かされていません。
Well, at least you're honest.
まあそりゃそうか。葛西ごときの耳に本家の最高機密が入るわけもないか。
Shion, not now.
そういうことです。少なくとも私の関係する界隈ではそういう話は降りてきていません。ですが、ご存知の通り本家は裏の世界の方々に通じます。私にはその一部を垣間見ることも叶いません。
Maybe I could try asking Sis about it. But she won't talk. She's strict about keeping promises, unlike me. If the hag told her to keep a secret, she'd take it to the grave.
今年の綿流しでおばとさとこが消えちまえばいいのにな。
Is that something you should be saying right in front of him? I don't care if he's loyal to you. That seems a little out there to say, Shion. See, even he's a little worried about you saying that.
葛西、私は憂慮したよ。気を利かせてくれると嬉しいんですけど。
シオンさん、ご冗談を。
About that, my friend.
わーってるって。言ってみただけだって。
I took a glimpse at Kasai. It didn't look like he was actually going to do something to make my wish come true. I wasn't able to go to the village myself. Or as myself, sorry. So I definitely wasn't going to go to the festival. I didn't really care about that. Even so, I was interested in who was going to end up as the victim of the curse. If I had kept laying on this couch playing hooky, someone would probably fall victim in several hours. I had no clue why it had to happen every year, but I was certain that the hag was behind it. As the enemies from the damn conflict had been punished, only the Hojo couple was left, since most of the other enemies had already been gone. The cicadas were crying loudly outside. It made me feel hot. Why was it so hot and humid in June? If Orishio-sama was actually punishing people, I'd pray for one thing. I'd pray that the evil aunt would be punished. And I'd offer up Satoko as a sacrifice. It's hot. When I woke up, Kasai was already gone. It looks like he cleaned the table up in the surrounding room. He put my dirty laundry into the hamper in front of the washing machine, too. Being a girl of a sensitive age, I didn't want a man to clean up my room. This girl has issues. Oh, that's saying the least. That is saying the least. Shion is, I mean, she's not as unhinged. No, I can't say that. She literally just beat up a child like an hour ago. So I can't say she's not as unhinged here as she was in previous chapters. But, anyways. Based, was it a valid combo? Is it a true combo? Well, I'd rather thank him than to badmouth him. I looked at the clock, and it was in the late afternoon. I had to go grocery shopping. There was nothing left in the fridge. I'd just be having rice for dinner if I didn't go. Why do I feel something bad's gonna happen? At that moment, the phone rang. Better not be Mion. It must be Kasai, at least I thought. I hope it was him. He could bring me more food, so then I wouldn't have to go shopping. Well, I was just being lazy. I didn't feel like going out at all, but it wasn't Kasai on the end of the phone.
おねえ、
I somehow knew it.
そこどこ？本家じゃない？
あ、うん。公衆電話からかけてる。だから手短に話すよ。サトシから電話が来たんだよ。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
サトシ君が？お姉に？
多分、私にじゃないと思う。シオンにだと思う。サトシは、先日の教室での件を謝りたがってるみたいだった。だから、その電話はシオンが受けた方がいいと思って。サトシの電話は、今ちょっと忙しいからすぐかけ直すって言って切ってあるの。だからシオンは、今から私が言う電話番号に電話してあげて。
うん、わかった。
I was stunned for a second, but then recovered and wrote down the number on the back of a magazine.
ありがとう。すぐに電話します。
そうしてあげて。サトシは最近、すごく追い詰められてるの。私の声はもう届かないみたいだけど、シオンの声なら、ひょっとすると届くかもしれないって。
It could just be...
何の根拠もなく思ってる。
It could just be me with Higurashi paranoia, but I got a bad feeling about this. She could have pretended to be me and handled his call, but she passed it over to me.
ありがとう、ミオン。
じゃあね、シオン。
Before she hung up, I put the headset down. Then after a second, I dialed the number in a flash. I heard the dial tone 3 times, 4 times. And then there he was.
北条です。
He sounded like an adult. His voice sounded a bit tired too, but it was definitely the voice that I loved. I got scared. I was scared that he might become sulky again if I mentioned my name. I couldn't open my mouth for a while.
サトシ君ですよね。
さっきはごめん。もう時間は大丈夫なの？
That was the Satoshi-kun I knew. He didn't sound cold like the other day. Well, he got that damn right.
うん。
Literally, Satoshi made me want to run for my money. Like, Jesus.
全然平気です。
After that, we both went silent. Or he went silent, sorry. I don't know why I translated the we there. My bad. I felt the urge to start a conversation. It wasn't fair. He was the one who called in the first place. And then, he finally spoke.
先日はごめん。
私こそごめんなさいです。
ミオンは謝らなくていいよ。僕がどうかしてた。
Okay, bud. You're gonna tell me some fucked up shit if you're gonna say that you were in the wrong. Shion literally just beat the shit out of your sister. Like, and was also probably gonna club Rika in the process. I don't think you should be saying this unless you got something... Bro, why does he sound like he's speaking into a pillow? To be fair, the Higurashi series takes place in, like, older times, so it's probably a really shitty phone. Or maybe he is hiding under a pillow. He's probably hiding from his aunt. So, I don't know. Maybe. If this were a face-to-face conversation, he would be stroking my head. You have that fixation still, huh, Shion? It was sad just talking to him only over the phone.
僕たちをここまで追い込んだ奴らを、そいつらは、でも、決してミオンじゃなかったんだ。
Okay, but like...
だから、僕は
謝ろうと思って。
Okay, but like, bud, you were still protecting your sister. Come on. Come on. The payphone sounded better. Maybe. A test of no. God damn it. God damn it, Maxie.
気にしないで。私だってサトシ君のことをよく理解しようともせず無神経だった。
We apologized for each other a few times. Literally me when I fuck up in life. Anyone want to bring up my instances of 2020? Anyway.
それよりサトシ君
I am here to disappoint. Jesus Christ.
大丈夫？いろいろと大変なのにサトコの誕生日プレゼントのためにアルバイトまでしてだいぶ追い詰められてるんじゃない？
バイトはやめたよ。目標額のお金はなんとか貯められたみたいだからね。
Shut the fuck up, you weren't that bad in 2020. I have records that proves otherwise. Okay. Unironically, though, it's kind of fun how I could still joke about 2020. Even though that was like a shit show for me, I can now joke about it and I don't feel like trash about it. That's something else. That's something else. Look, and now I'm reflecting while the characters in the game are reflecting and shit. Fuck, I don't like this. God damn it, man. 4 years ago, SMH. Yes, 4 years ago. Ooh. Let's be honest, whether I was that bad or not back then, that don't matter. Shit happened with me in 2020. No one's gonna deny that. At least those who know of what happened to me. It's whatever. Life happens, I don't give a fuck. I'm still living, I'm still going, I'm still doing shit, so who cares? We're still going.
そうなんだ。
Womp womp.
ならもう体を無理させなくていいんですね。本当によかった。
Satoshi tried to say something, but he dropped it instead.
僕よりサトコの方が辛い。
サトコ、大変なことになっていますね。大丈夫なんですか？
あれが大丈夫なように見えるのかよ。
Okay, alright. He suddenly sounded upset. I messed up.
ごめん。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
I was so stupid. I had ruined this miraculous conversation with him. Satoshi-kun didn't respond to my apology, so I stopped apologizing.
あんなに誰が見てもわかるくらいに傷ついてボロボロでみんな見捨てた。どこ
見捨てたつもりなんて。
I tried to calm him down. I hated what I just said because of how hollow it sounded. I had no idea what to say next. I felt guilty. Satoshi-kun was desperate to protect Satoko from their evil aunt. But I'd wish that Satoko would die tomorrow because of the curse. I was trampling on his desperate hope.
サトコはもう擦り切れる直前なんだ。だから
He cut himself off in the middle. He went quiet for a moment. He must have been choosing his next words carefully. And then, he finally spoke. His words sounded hollow.
だからせめて一夜くらい遊ばせてやりたいんだ。
え？遊ばせるって。
ほら、明日は綿流しのお祭りじゃないか。サトコを祭りに連れ出してやってほしいんだ。
それは構わないけど、どうして？
サトコもいろいろと参ってる。
とえ一夜でもおばさんのいないところで羽を伸ばせたならきっと喜ぶと思うんだ。
If I'm going off of what I remember from the previous chapters, I think Satoshi's about to club the ant to death. Uh-oh.
だからどうして？
どうしてって。
It's not that I didn't understand why he wanted her taken to the festival. What I didn't understand was why he was asking me to do that. Batter up. God damn it. Was there any reason that he couldn't take her there himself? I can think of a few reasons. Yippee, murder! How good. I had a hunch he might disappear, so I kept asking.
どうしてって何がだい？
どうしてサトシ君が自分で連れて行ってあげないの？
He fell silent. Satoshi isn't good at lying or keeping secrets. It was clear that he wanted to hide something.
用事だよ。僕、明日はちょっとバイトの関係で用事があって、どうしても祭りには行けないんだ。
He was lying. Yeah, no shit. But he was also stubborn. He wouldn't admit it if I accused him.
ねえ、ミオン。明日の夜だけ、サトコを頼めないかな。
I wouldn't want to look after Satoko, even at Satoshi-kun's request. But I'm also glad he's relying on me.
あれだけの暴言をぶつけて、それを謝るついでに、ミオンだけが頼りなんだ。
I didn't know what else to say. I didn't know, though, that I wasn't going to turn down his request.
うん、わかった。明日の晩だけだよ。
できたら明日の晩だけじゃなく、これから。
何言ってるんですか？
Every time they have that damn pause.
そんなの嫌です。明日だけですからね。
He sounded as if he were going to disappear tomorrow. I didn't like the sound of that, so I intentionally sounded sulky. We talked about trivial stuff, just for a little while. 2 hours and 22 minutes, and now my dog's barking during a stream. I think it's a new record, actually. Huh. Neat. Well, good to know that some things are changing for the better. When the conversation was almost over, Satoshi-kun asked me something else.
ねえ、ミオン。こんなことを話すと、きっと精神的に病んでるって思われるんで、本当は嫌なんだけど。
What's up, Home Slice?
ん？どうしたんですか？
ミオンは信じないよね。
Let me guess. The curse.
何をですか？
ほら、お社様のたたり。
And there you go. You killed what beautiful fucking call we were having. Well, maybe not beautiful, but still.
サトシ君、何の話ですか？
お社様は確かほら、村を捨てて逃げ出そうとするとたたるでしょ。
Satoshi, I know lore-wise what you're about to do, but I'm not gonna want you to do it. That's the rule. Every kid in the village knows that.
そういうことになってましたね。どうしたんです？突然。村を捨てて逃げようとでもしてるんですか？
Though I was kidding, I wanted him to deny it.
もうそんな気はないんだ。もう。
He admitted that he had thought of it. I guess Reina told me that much.
いいじゃないですか。もうそんな気がないのなら。
でも、まだ許してもらえないんだ。
Eh? Satoshi-kun tried to say something, but hesitated. He was breathing so heavily. Was he sick?
具合悪いの？
ごめん。そういうわけじゃないんだ。
サトシ君は少し頑張りすぎたから少し休んだ方がいいです。
He sounded distinctly more sickly from when the conversation had started. He breathed heavily when punctuating his words. Satoshi-kun repeated his question.
ミオン、最初の質問を。ミオンは、お社様のたたりって存在すると思うかい？
Brother, what exactly did he want me to say? Could I make him feel relieved with my answer? How should I respond? The answer was simple.
たたりなんてあるわけないじゃないですか。
I didn't know what was bothering him, but I wanted to feel better by laughing his worries away, or wanted him to feel better. But Satoshi-kun fell silent. Would my answer make him happy? Or even sad? I couldn't tell. The only thing was certain is I didn't make him feel any better.
変なことを聞いてごめん。
ごめん。
I felt like I let him down, so I apologized in a rush.
たたりだろうと、この村の何者かの陰謀だろうと、僕は絶対に消えない。消されない。
As much as I want to believe in you, I feel like I already know what's gonna happen.
消えないよ、サトシ君は。
消えないよ、サトコに。あのぬいぐるみを買ってやるまではね。もうすぐお給料がもらえることになってる。その日までは絶対に消えない。
Yeah, the teddy bear that's around $1,000. He chuckled. I knew he was trying to relieve me, but it worked in the opposite way. He sounded as though he didn't care what would happen after he bought that damn teddy bear.
あ、おばさんが帰ってきたからもう切るよ。
うん。
ミオン。
何？
Even though he wanted to hang up the phone because of his aunt coming back, Satoshi-kun took a breath and told me something important.
サトコのこと頼むからね。
I should have said yes right away. But I still couldn't forgive Satoko, so I just kept quiet.
変なこと頼んでごめんじゃ。
He was obviously disappointed. What had I done? I wanted to apologize. I wish I could, but it was too late. The dial tone left no doubt. Now that was depressing. Yay, Higurashi! Fuck my life! Well, I wanted to say I saw this coming. A torn diary. Yeah? Yeah? Why is the icon a baseball bat? Why is the Steam achievement a fucking baseball bat? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Dude, the fucking Steam achievement. The fucking Steam achievement is called Plea Ignored, and the description reads, listen to someone's desperate request. And it has a picture of a metal baseball bat. And if we all know Higurashi, well, I think we know exactly what that implies. Fuck my fucking life, bro. Fuck my fucking life. Son of a bitch. Alright. Torn diary. Let's see what we got. Good start. Love it. Great. Amazing. Just what I wanted. I just... bat. Somebody whispered to me from behind. They told me that I was going to be the victim of the curse this year. Is this from Satoshi's perspective? So I'm going to disappear soon. There will be nobody left to take care of Sataka. Okay, yeah, this has got to be from Satoshi's. Fill my with the power of oh, god damn it. God damn it. Satoshi's Kalish confirms. Somebody whispered to me from behind. They told me that I don't have much time. That I won't stay as myself for much longer. So I had to make the best of the days that I had left. What could I leave for Satoko? She wanted that huge teddy bear. She wanted a peaceful life in which nobody would bully her. I whispered to the same person on my back. Bestow your violent nature and formidable strength upon me. I want your peaceful mind filled with hatred. Okay. Alright, yeah, we all know what Satoshi's fucking doing. We all know what his ass is gonna do. I don't think there's any denying what Satoshi is gonna do. Oh my goodness. Alright. I think this is a good point to stop for sure. Am I sure? Maybe I am. Oh my fucking god. Bro! Higurashi, man. Higurashi. Oh my god. I'm getting flashes to when I read previous chapters, and now I don't know how to feel about the half of it, honestly. Like, oh my goodness. Fuck, bro. Fuck. Man. Okay. Looking through Steam achievements and stuff. Yeah. Looking through the Steam achievements, it doesn't seem like we're even halfway done. And if we are, that might mean that there's some chapters that are just extremely short. But holy fucking shit, bro. Hey, man. Higurashi, good-ass fucking series. That's for damn certain. I love how I've made, like, tweets and shit that I was, like, posts that I was streaming. It said, like, oh, it's just gonna be a short stream. I almost made it to 3 hours. I was just getting that hooked, man. Higurashi will do that to you sometimes. You'll get fucking hooked onto it and shit, and it'll just feel amazing. And whatnot. Anyways. Oh, fucking hell, bro. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Alright. Let's see who's live to raid. You know, I haven't raided Santa in a bit. What's it do? Retro? I'll have to go through this ad so I can figure out what's up. It's a 20-second ad. Twitch. Twitch, fuck you. What the fuck, Twitch? Oh my goodness. Ads on Twitch have been really stupid as of late. I swear, bro. Alright, wait. Let's see what Santa's doing. Oh, is this I think he's playing I don't think it's Super Metroid. It looks like one of the Game Boy Advance titles. Hey man, Metroid's cool as shit though. Yeah, we'll raid Santa. I haven't raided him in a good while, but then again, I also haven't like streamed in a good while. Raid Santa. Let me also pull up the thing just to make sure I'm spelling it right. Because I have a tendency to do a thing called not spell shit right, because I'm an asshole. Oh god, I'm already spelling it wrong. Okay, there we go. Did I do it right? Yes, I did. Okay. Me being a dumbass as always. Okay. Well, thank you for those who did stop by the stream to watch the chaoticness of me just reading Higurashi, because what else good am I for? If whenever I do stream again, I'm either gonna stream Ultra Kill, since I still haven't done Layer 7, or I'll do some more Terraria. One of the two. And I'll definitely be sure that the stream after my next one, whether it be Terraria or whatever, that I'll make sure that the one after that will be Higurashi, because we'll try to actually catch up on Higurashi and actually finish Chapter 5 instead of me slacking off. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Give Santa some love and support, as he deserves it. He's fucking awesome. And I will see you guys whenever I do stream again. So yeah, y'all take care. Have a good day, night, afternoon, or whatever it is when you're watching the VOD or stream. Have a damn good one.